Hi everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto news edition whereby we look at the headlines making the news in the crypto world today. So we're going to jump right into CoinMarketCap. Bitcoin has literally just jumped in the last hour or so. It's literally just jumped about $600. We'll be looking at the chart in a second, but that has pushed the market capitalization right up to $306 billion just now. So we'll just refresh this. And just before we go on, I want to thank, as ever, Adeb, one of our brilliant admins, for kind of providing with some of the news stories. Also want to thank Rob and I want to thank James as well, three of our brilliant admins that curate the news for me, as well as me getting the news from CryptoPanic.com as well. So thank you very much. I really appreciate all of your efforts in here as well. And Mike D sometimes does it as well. But today it's been James, Rob and Adeb that's providing news stories. So thank you very much for that. So we've got $306.5 billion, the overall market capitalization is. Bitcoin dominance has jumped up to 60.9%. This morning when I was doing a live, it was about 60.2%. So it's done well. It's just jumped up kind of 0.56 after being down 0.7%. So 10,494 Bitcoin is. See who the winners and losers are over the last 24 hours. Got IHT Real Estate jumped into the top 100. With 107% up, volume is 360k. Walton Chain is up 17%. Chainlink, Ren, V-Systems, Qtum, Nash, Hypercash, ELF is up. Neo, Lambda, Tezos is up as well. So there's a lot jumping up because of this kind of $600 increase just now. The loser side, Grisha, Monocoin, Ravencoin, Energy, Engine Coin, Stratus, BitTorrent, Seacoin, Komodo, Aurora Coin, all down as well. Okay, let's look at the Bitcoin chart just now. What's happening just now? Literally, you can see here, it did go down to 9,621 and it's kind of risen $935 within the space of a few hours. But in the last hour alone, it's jumped up. It did jump up about $643. It's coming back down again. So there's obviously a lot going on just now, kind of with Bitcoin. Some whales out there kind of pushing that up. This is not organic. We kind of look at the 5-minute chart. We can see there was a period there between 1530 and 1535. This is kind of where it jumped up. Jumped up $350 there in a 5-minute period. Obviously it's gone up and it's still just starting to come back down just now. So it might want to push back up again. May want to push back up again. Over the last 8 hours, we've had 2 green candles, which is good for Bitcoin. So we showed you the kind of support lines this morning. So we're back into support areas just now for Bitcoin. And we're talking around about the 10,400. That would be resistance here. So we're just putting some lines here. We're talking about resistance around about this level. 10,650 is resistance, and obviously we've got support 10,200 at 10,000 as well. We've got support, seems to be strong support there, psychological barrier there as well. Anything below that, we've got 9,500 below that as well. So we'll see what happens here. It's not gone below the 9,500 yet over the last, well, since for 2 weeks. It's not gone below that, although it's kind of touched it. It's just kissed it and then went back up again. So we'll see what happens with Bitcoin, but it's looking to break back up just now. Overall, and we'll see this in news story as well. Overall, we're still in a kind of a bull market just now with Bitcoin. We've only had 4 days in the red. Just now, 4 days red candles, which is not a good sign generally, but we're still, the 70 EMA is still above the 50 EMA, so it's still looking okay for Bitcoin in general. And obviously with the Bitcoin price going up, we're going to get a lot of the other ones coming down. We're going to get a lot of the alts coming down. I'll go to Binance.com just now and just see what's happening at Binance. Okay, yeah, we can see the alts starting to come back down, but some of them are still really strong at the moment. XRP has come down by about 3-4% since Bitcoin has gone up. Encash is still doing well at 31. Link still going strong at 36,500. And that looks one of the stronger ones. We've seen, I was looking at all of the 3-day charts, every single one of them on Binance, and there's only 6 6 charts that have crossed over the 50 EMA and stayed above it, and that's TNT. We'll just have a quick look at these 6 just now. TNT is still going strong. It crossed over at 391 and got up to 91%, and it's still going strong at 682. So that might continue to go up. So it's looking strong as TNT. Also, Link is looking really strong as well. Still, Link 36,500. This might go up even more from here. So still looking really strong. REN is looking good as well. So REN crossed over at 498. Again went up 100%. It's pulled back a little bit, but it's still looking strong and looks as if it wants to move on up higher. GX chain has moved up. Just going to Binance. That crossed over, but it's coming down the way to meet the 50 EMA. But we've got another green candle there, so this could be on the move up again for GX chain. And another one, Qtum, is still looking strong as well. An old one, but it's looking to cross over on the 3 daily. It crossed over here around about 61,000, but it's not crossed over since, and it hasn't really crossed over really since 2017. So it's looking for a crossover here, so you might get a big jump in Qtum later on as well at 48,500. And the last one is CDT. Blocks has been doing great guns over the last couple of days, and it's still looking strong at the moment. So could you see another high for kind of blocks coming up? Got 245 just now. 530 could possibly be the, well, not all-time high, but the year's high. It might be able to do that, 530, so that's going strong as well. So that's the only 6 on the 3-day charts that are above the 50 EMA, the 70 EMA going over the 50 EMA. Okay, let's get to some news. Bitcoin set for massive growth as new futures platform enter the market. So this could be why Bitcoin has kind of gone up as well, because people are starting to realize that the futures are coming back again. So we'll go to BTC USD and just see what happens. 10,448. That's on the 3-day. We'll just look on the 4-hour chart. So it's looking good at the moment. Got resistance there at 10,600. So this could be one of the reasons that it's gone up just now. So Binance and ErisX to offers Bitcoin futures. So as BTC comes off its record-breaking trading volumes and the price settles down at 10,000, derivatives clearinghouse ErisX and cryptocurrency exchange Binance have both announced plans for futures trading. ErisX is unique in that for our digital asset market, we have divided the trading and settlement functions using traditional DCM, exchange and DCO clearing models. This reflects a structure that institutional investors expect from other asset classes and will help drive these markets toward greater relevance and accessibility. So ErisX gained approval from the US Commodities Futures Trading Commission to offer physically delivered futures. So this is physically backed futures in which participants take delivery of actual Bitcoin rather than the cash equivalent. So Backed also is coming out, the institutional investment ecosystem geared to crypto by New York Stock Exchange operator Intercontinental Exchange will begin rolling out its own physical futures in the 3rd week of July. So we've got Backed, we've got ErisX, and we've got Binance coming out as well with BTC futures or Bitcoin futures. So I was saying this morning, this might be your last chance to get in on Bitcoin below $10,000. And it certainly looks that way just now. It's going back up just now. And this news for Binance, ErisX and Backed all coming together around about the same time could really kind of boost the Bitcoin price up big time, big time just now. So just watch out for that. Be careful of that. TD Ameritrade-Backed ErisX gets green light to sell futures in Bitcoin. So this is kind of another news story as well on CoinDesk. ErisX, which is backed by US brokerage TD Ameritrade, announced that CFTC granted a derivatives clearing organisation license, acting as a secondary approval on top of an existing designated contract market. So that's what we spoke about earlier on. So this is backed by TD Ameritrade as well. So big players coming into the Bitcoin field, and no doubt into the whole kind of crypto sphere as well. I don't think they're going to stop at Bitcoin. This is just a start for them as well. Huobi to target decentralized finance with new public blockchain. So this is Huobi Global, or Huobi Group, is building a public blockchain specifically designed for use cases with decentralized finance. That's DeFi that we're talking about. In a press release Tuesday, the blockchain services firm and cryptocurrency exchange operator said the planned offering, for now dubbed Huobi Finance Chain, will allow financial institutions, businesses and exchanges to launch their own blockchains, tokenized assets and DeFi services. DeFi is going to be one of the huge areas for the blockchain industry, and it's currently, we're seeing that all the time, more and more now. There's more and more DeFi coming out. Huobi are just kind of building upon that as well. So Huobi said among other applications, the project will have the potential to host lending services, debit services, stablecoin, security token offerings, and other means of asset issuance, decentralized exchanges, real-world payment services, and more. So there's a lot more to come in this space. So this is exciting for the cryptosphere as a whole, and obviously exciting for the prices of kind of the cryptocurrencies going up as well. Prominent crypto analyst, Bitcoin's still in a bull market despite everybody freaking out. This is from Peter Brand. Just what I was saying there as well, we're still in a bull market. If we look at the day and the daily chart, we're still very much in a bull market just now, even though it's kind of come down over kind of $4,000. That's nothing since it came up from $3,000 to $13,000. Expectation of a pullback was there, has happened, and it might be going back up from here. So popular crypto analyst Peter Brand says Bitcoin is still in a bull market despite its drop from nearly $14,000 to $10,000 range. In a new YouTube interview, Brand says BTC's prior history shows the dip is par for the course, telling Cointelegraph it's no reason to panic. And he goes on to say, Bitcoin has a record of correcting, and that's true, we've seen that. If you look back at the price history of Bitcoin, I think there's been 4 or 5 times when Bitcoin's had an 80% correction from a high. We've barely come up 20% here. So if we're still in a bull market, we just get ahead of ourselves. Now everybody's freaking out that the market's somehow topped out, and perhaps it has topped out for the time being, but I still see Bitcoin as very possibly in another parabolic bull market. We could correct back to perhaps 9,000. That's a level that I've kind of had in mind as a level where I want to be as a buyer. So that's what a lot of people are thinking as well. A lot of people are saying, well, I'm thinking 9,500, then down to 9,000, which is another psychological level, or 9,200. So we'll see what happens there, but a lot of people thinking that kind of level. But it's shot up just now. This might be the last time to get in before 10,000. But it's 10,400 just now. Okay, why are certain countries being banned from crypto exchanges and payment platforms? So over the past few weeks, this is from dailyhodl.com, over the past few weeks, several businesses that deal in the buying, selling, trading of cryptocurrencies have announced they will be restricting their services to several countries. Arguably, two of the most popular crypto exchanges in the world, Binance and BitREX, revealed lists featuring approximately 30 countries that will be blocked from accessing their services later this year. The United States obviously sticks out amongst a list of countries that are either communist, ex-Soviet, dictatorial, or in the midst of war. Often a country might choose to ban cryptocurrencies for religious or political reasons, but for many the ban is instigated by the crypto service provider itself. And many crypto businesses are unable to offer services in the US due to ongoing uncertainty from the SEC regarding whether or not cryptocurrencies are securities. So legal and regulatory clarity also differs from state to state, with New York being one of the most restrictive of US states. So recently the crypto exchange Poloniex was forced to delist 9 digital tokens from its platform due to regulatory uncertainty, prompting criticism from its parent company, the US crypto firm Circle. Soon after, cryptocurrency exchange Bancor ceased all services to the US due to its desire to nurture an all-inclusive environment and not ban any tokens. The crypto payment gateway Coin Payments was recently forced to enact similar restrictions. So this is global regulation from the FATF. So at this year's recent G20 summit, the Financial Action Task Force was pressured to improve its crypto regulatory framework, and the agency is tasked with tackling economic and financial crime globally and consists of members from 36 of the world's largest countries. But it has no jurisdiction, it has no kind of government rule over it, and still these kind of companies are doing that. I'm just wondering where it's going to end, this regulation. But US are definitely being kind of penalised, USA, and that's because of the state-to-state differences and the regulations. They need to get this sorted out if USA are going to lead the way for cryptocurrencies. Just now, they're going to fall way, way behind. And it's because of the government, it's because of the regulations, because of the SEC. The SEC needs to get its arse in gear. And we need America. There's still going to be the cryptosphere, there's still going to be cryptocurrency going without America being able to trade it or whatever. But we need America in here as well to keep the liquidity of the market. So we need each other. We need the government kind of on board with this, or they're just going to fall way behind and they're going to get left behind. And so that's what's going to happen with America kind of just now. We're talking about KuCoin, featuring you're still allowed to trade on KuCoin if you're an American as well. But in a couple of months' time, you're not going to be able to do it on Binance or BitREX, or there's just loads of them just now that you won't be able to trade in. And with the IEOs, they can't get in that. And it's a shame for US investors and US traders as well. So it is partly to do with the government, but it's obviously with the kind of exchange owners themselves. They're looking at the regulations coming on down the line and looking at the hassle of state to state wide kind of regulations as well. So it must be a pain for all involved, to be honest. Goldman Sachs predicts global payments will be tokenized. So Goldman Sachs is researching tokenization, looking into potential blockchain technology to disrupt traditional financial services, according to the investment bank's chief operating officer, David Solomon. So Solomon says it's a given. Absolutely, many people are looking in this direction. This is what we're talking about, DeFi, decentralized finance. We do extensive research on a concept of tokenization, the potential of which we believe and which designates the creation through the blockchain of a stable digital currency based on a basket of real currencies that can move money across borders and without friction. This is the direction in which the payment system will go. Obviously, we're talking about cross-border settlements as well, but we're talking about DeFi in general as well. So this is going to be a big thing, tokenization. You're going to get tokenization of everything. You're going to even get tokenization of people. So one day I might be tokenized, one day you might be tokenized in some way if you're in the public eye in some way. So it could go that way. You're going to get kind of real estate tokenized as well, and paintings tokenized. We've seen that in the art world as well. So there's going to be a lot of tokenization out with the kind of banking industry as well. So that's something to look out for as well. There's just so much happening on the blockchain just now. It's just developing at such a speed at the moment. And some other news stories as well. Event of the year in Russia and Europe, Blockchain Live 2019. So this is the 4th largest international forum on blockchain. Starts on October 16 to 17 in Moscow, the Expo Center. That'd be quite cool to go to that actually. Bitcoin price tips below 10k with deeper losses likely. So this is CoinDesk saying this. Omkar Godbo is saying, this was at 9 o'clock this morning, that they thought it was going to go down even below 10,000, but has since come back up. Then at 10,410, it just shows you we can't get it right all the time. Nobody can. Blockchains.com, founded by his community bank to finance crypto dreams. So Jeffrey Burns, eccentric founder of blockchain incubation investment firm Blockchains.com, purchased a small community bank in Las Vegas, Nevada, in order to secure financing as he manifests his decentralized dreams, according to the Nevada Independent. So his 28 million acquisition of the Kirkwood Bank of Nevada is a small but critical step in helping the nascent company achieve its wildly ambitious goals. So it's something to look out for there as well. CoinDeal enters the US market with CDL token giveaway on the EOS blockchain. I'll put the links down below for you for that. And IBM Maersk shipping blockchain gains steam with 15 carriers now on board. And again, I'll put the link below for you there as well. Okay, if you want to join us for the premium group is opening up to new members at the end of the month for 7 days only. If you want to join us, there's a link down below to get onto the waiting list, and you can also join us in the free Telegram group to get a discount there as well. So join us there, that'd be fantastic. And if you like these videos, hit the like button and comment and let me know your thoughts on any of the news stories or anything that I've said here as well. It'd be good to get your comments and thoughts on anything as well. Go back to the Bitcoin price, 10,424 at the moment. It looks set to go higher, but we'll see what happens over the coming 24 hours. Okay, until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.